Hi guys, this is Hakan from Istanbul. We are in Sultanahmet area right now and I would like to show each monuments for you. On our right side, you can see it is called the German Fountain. German Fountain is one of the most beautiful monuments in Sultanahmet Square. It was built to celebrate to visit the German Emperor Kaiser Wilhelm II to Istanbul in 1898. The fountain was structured in Germany and later transported piece by piece to Istanbul, where it was assembled in its present location. It was officially in 1901. It's designed quite different from the traditional Ottoman fountains. The structure has been octagonal shape, supported by the elegant columns and covered by a dome. If you look underneath the dome, you can see the beautiful golden mosaics. You can also notice that the monograms of Sultan Abdülhamit II and Kaiser Wilhelm II, symbolizing the close political relationship between the Ottoman Empire and Germany at that time. The location is also very important. We are standing in the ancient Hippodrome of Constantinople, which was once the center of the public life in the Byzantine capital. Today this area known as the Sultanahmet Square. So although the German fountain may look like decorative monument, it actually represents an important parent of the Ottoman and European relation and remind us the close connection between Istanbul and Germany at the 19th century. Okay, so let's walk around the Hippodrome, which is Sultanahmet Square, and on the way I would like to show you the obelisk of the Theodosius. This impressive monument is as known obelisk of Theodosius, but its story actually begins thousands of the years, even before the Byzantine Empire. This obelisk originally stood in the ancient Egypt and was commissioned by the pharaoh Thutmose III in the 15th century BC. This means that monument approximately 3,000 years old right now. It was originally erected at the Temple of Karnak in Egypt, and centuries later the Roman Emperor Theodosius I brought it to Constantinople and erected here in the Hippodrome around 390 AD, that you can see here. And the obelisk is made from a single piece of pink granite, and the hieroglyphs that you can still see on the surface celebrate the military victories and achievement of the pharaoh Thutmose III. There's another interesting part of the monument, the marble base underneath, as you can see. It reliefs on the base of showing Emperor Theodosius and the members of the imperial court watching the events in the Hippodrome. We can also see the scenes connected to chariot race and the imperial ceremonies. Imagine this place about 1,600 years ago, filled with the tens of thousands spectators watching the chariot race. Today, the obelisk Theodosius connected three great civilizations in one monument: ancient Egypt, the Roman Empire, and the Byzantine of Constantinople. So from here, let's walk to the serpent column. This monument may not look as impressive as the obelisk, but the serpent column has extraordinary history going back almost 2,500 years. It was originally created in the ancient Greece after the Greek states defeated the Persian army at the Battle of Plataea in 479 BC. According to the historical accounts, bronze weapons captured from the Persian army were melted down and used to create this monument. It was dedicated to Apollo and originally stood at the famous sanctuary of Delphi in Greece. The column was designed as three intertwined serpents At the top, the three serpent heads supported the golden tripod, but we can't see those anymore. Golden tripod disappeared in the antiquity, and the serpent heads were also eventually broken off. When Emperor Constantine established Constantine as a new imperial capital of the 4th century AD, he brought many important monuments from the different parts of the Roman world to decorate this beautiful city, and this is one of them. Today, only one surviving serpent's head can be seen in Istanbul Archaeological Museum. If you would like to see, you can go to the museum called the Archaeology Museum in Istanbul, which is also behind of the Topkapi Palace. So let's continue our walking, and I would like to show you the next monuments for you. Now we are looking at another important monument of the ancient Hippodrome, which is called walled obelisk. Unlike the Egyptian obelisk of Theodosius nearby, this monument wasn't carved from the single piece of the stone. It was constructed from many blocks, which is why we call it walled obelisk. Exact date of this original construction is uncertain, but we know that it was extensionally restored in the 10th century during the reign of the Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII. At that time, the monument looked very different from what we see today. According to the inscription on its base, Constantine VII restored and decorated with the obelisk. Its surface once covered with the gilded bronze plaques, making it much more impressive and brilliant. Unfortunately, those bronze plates disappeared over the time. It's generally believed that metal decoration was removed and reused, particularly during the Latin occupation of the Constantinople after the Fourth Crusaders in 1204. Today, the walled obelisk may appear simple compared with the Egyptian obelisk, but it is an important survivor of Byzantine Empire. So let's continue our walking, and I would like to show the Blue Mosque for you so we can talk about it. A little bit that beautiful mosque which has 6 minarets in Istanbul. So this is the famous Blue Mosque. Local people, Turkish people like us, we called Sultanahmet Camii, but foreign people called Blue Mosque because of the tiles. They are saying that like 70% of the tiles are blue color. That's why they started called Blue Mosque. This mosque was built in the time of the Sultanahmet I and constructed between 1609 and 1617, which is 7 years actually. The architect was the name called Sedefkar Mehmed Ağa, a student and follower of the great Ottoman architect Mimar Sinan. And one of the most important thing about this mosque is it has 6 minarets. According to the popular story, when Sultanahmet ordered 6 minarets, this created the problem because of the sacred mosque in Mecca also had 6 at that time. And according to traditional account, and the Sultan solved this issue by having additional built another minaret in Mecca. So because of him, in Kaaba, in Mecca, there are 7 minarets, and in his mosque, there are 6 minarets. From here, let's walk to the Hagia Sophia. It's a perfect time to come visit this place, such at this hour, because it's later afternoon, and it's not that crowded. And you can see the beautiful mosque called Sultanahmet Camii or Blue Mosque. So there you go, you can see the Hagia Sophia Mosque. Of course, it was a church before. They built up in the 3rd 532, 537 in 5 years. And it was the second biggest cathedral in the world. Then what happened? The conqueror of Constantinople, the Sultan name called Mehmet II, and later then his name became Fatih Sultan Mehmet, because when you say Fatih means in English conqueror. He got the city of Constantinople in 1453, and then he converted this place into the mosque. So from 1453 till 1935, Muslim people used as a mosque. Later than what happened, it turns to the museum in 1935 till 2020. We use as a museum. 2020, our President Erdogan, he decided to convert into the mosque again, and almost 6 years right now. First part of this place, it's used as a mosque where the Muslim people are praying, and the second floor, and tourist people, they can go and making their visiting to see the iconas, mosaics and fresco, etc. And they are paying 25 euro just for entrance fee. It's very crowded. Today is Friday, and we continue our walking to the Hagia Sophia. Next to the Hagia Sophia, there is a hammam, which is called Hürrem Sultan Hammam. She was the wife of the Sultan Süleyman in 16th century, and she built up hammam, Turkish bath, under her name. And again, architect was the Mimar Sinan, the famous architect, name called Mimar Sinan. From here, last place, I would like to show you the Topkapi Palace, and then we are gonna end our videos. So as I was saying, for the Hagia Sophia visiting area, there's a ticket office, which you pay 25 euro. And you can see the construction going on in Hagia Sophia. Now I'd like to show you the last two places for you, and then we will end up this video. This fountain called Third Ahmet Fountain. It was built in 1728, if I'm not mistaken, during the reign of the Sultanahmet III. It's one of the finest examples of the Ottoman tulip era, a period of famous, its elegant architecture, gardens, poetry and artistic life that I can explain to you. If you look carefully, you can see the beautiful calligraphies, small fountains and everything. And you may see the main entrance of the Topkapi Palace. This palace was commissioned by the Mehmet II, as now the Mehmet the Conqueror. After the conquest of Constantinople 1453, construction began in the 1460s, and the place was extended by the later Ottoman sultans. For approximately 400 years, Topkapi Palace was the main residence for the sultans. From here, the empire governed territories across Europe, Asia and Africa. Thank you very much for your watching my video, and I hope to see you in the next video. For now, what we say always, eyvallah.